Knowing keyboard commands can make your content creation for teaching a lot more effective and efficient. Here are some of my basic and advanced keyboard commands that I use almost daily. Let's start with the simple copy and paste. So let's say that I want to add an additional learning management system to this list, but I want to keep the current formatting that I have for Microsoft Teams and Edmodo. I'm going to copy one section, use a Command C to copy, click below, and use a Command V as in Victor to paste. I have the exact same writing, but I was mainly looking for the formatting in this example. So now I can go in and change the writing. So I can go in and change it to something like Google Classroom. So from here, I would change this information to match Google Classroom, but we'll move on with the commands. So let's say I want to alphabetize these learning management systems. So Edmodo is first. I will highlight all the information in the Edmodo section. I will use a Command X. This is a cut command. It temporarily copies it into the clipboard. Then I'm able to paste using a Command V above. Notice that copy is different from cut. When I copied it, it made a duplicate of that exact text and formatting, and it left that text and formatting there in my document. When I use the cut feature, it actually copied it to the clipboard and it deleted that section so I could move it somewhere else. So now that I have Edmodo on the top, I can scroll down to Google Classroom, highlight this information, and of course I would have updated it using a Command X. I'm going to cut, clicking in front, making some space, and using a Command V to paste. Now they are in alphabetical order. Let's say I've made a mistake in editing and I want to change it back to the original that I started with. The next command is my favorite. It's undo. Using a Command Z, as in zebra, I can undo all the way back to when I started. You can just keep pressing Command Z as many times as you want to get back to the start. Sometimes you want to be able to select all the text in your document. You can select all the text really easily using a Command A. Notice that this only selected the text in the document and not all of the text on the web page. The next teacher keyboard command is using the Find command. When you do a Command F, the Find in Document search box comes up and you're able to type in any word, and that specific word will search the document for that word or phrase. You can use this in Word documents or on web pages, which comes in really handy when doing research for students or teachers. Another basic command is simply save. That's a Command S. Now I'm using a Google Doc right now, so it saves automatically for me. But if I was using Microsoft Word, a Command S would be really helpful instead of having to go to File, Save. When you're done with your document and you're ready to print, you can use a Command P to bring up the print dialog box. I'm pressing Command P on my keyboard. You'll notice the print dialog box comes up and I can make my selections. The last two keyboard commands I use quite often. They're a little bit more advanced, but I know you got it. So let's say we want to take a screenshot of our entire screen. To do this, you're going to do a Command-Shift-3. You'll hear the camera shutter, and then you'll notice it pop up in the bottom right-hand corner. This screenshot feature took a picture of my entire screen. Now I'm able to use that screenshot in tutorials or whatever materials I'm making for my students. Sometimes you just want a part of your screen screenshotted, if that's a word. And so to do this, you're going to use a Command-Shift-4 instead of 3, and then it will let you select any part of your screen. So let's try it. Command-Shift-4. Notice that my crosshairs come up. Now I'm able to select a part of my screen to take a screenshot of. And you'll see the picture is only of the section of my screen that I included in the screenshot. I use this screenshot probably the most because I like to be able to take a picture of the section that I want and not my entire screen. So those are my favorite keyboard commands for teaching and creating content. I did make a cheat sheet for you. I will post that below, and you can use a Command P to print it or a Command S to save. Whatever you want to do, it's free to use. Make sure to grab that. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel where I post more technology integration for teachers. Have a great school year.